And what sports do you like? Tell Alexis, what sports do you like playing?
Uh, I like to do work arm with my nana sometimes, and I like to play league and rugby. Yeah, league and rugby and touch
Yeah.
and tag.
Epic. How long have you been playing those?
I played league when I started playing league when I was 4.
Mm-hmm. What do you
And
love about those sports?
I like about the contact sport. I like the contact sport just because of the contact.
Uh-huh. I understand contact.
KK likes his contact. And kia ora, KK. Sachin, where are you?
Hi, I'm at Whakatane. My school's Whakatane Intermediate. I'm 11 and I like rugby, swimming, and surf life saving.
Cool.
Oosh, nice. Hey, well, what we want to quickly do before we do a little kōrero with Alexis, just recap on some of the stuff from yesterday and the day before. So it would have come up in the quiz, but just really want to try and hammer it home. So Sachin, can you remember, were you on the call with our with this image here, the one with the bike?
Yep.
Cool. Why don't you share with us, bro? What's your takeaway from this image?
Wasn't it like your plan might be straight ahead, but the reality is like got to have a few bumps and bruises?
Yeah, cool. So there'll be a few bumps and challenges. And why are those challenges and bumps
To help
in
you
the
improve.
road? Cool. To help you improve. And can you remember what Tamati's example was? What was his challenge and what did it help him improve?
He was the smallest in the team.
Yeah.
And what did he do?
And that challenge meant he had to do more of what?
Oh, I know.
Yep. KK?
Was it playing more sports?
Close. He practiced more, didn't he?
Yeah, practice more.
So he did more skill practice. And that meant that he was able to do what? When he practiced more, what did that enable him to do? What happened to his skills, Sachin, when he practiced more?
They grew.
Yeah, they grew and got better, eh? Okay, cool. What happened? Oh, hang on. My 4-year-old's just come in. Hang on. I'm just going to give this to his sister. Tyler. Hey, why don't you fill Alexis on that second picture there, KK? Get it down, Tyler. What's the try again and fail one about?
Probably never give up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. And what did Hannah do? Can you remember what Hannah did, Sachin, when she got injured?
She like took a breath and thought about how she could help herself and improve, and then instead of just sitting around, she did it.
Kapai. Nice. Good remembering, you two. And last couple is, what are these thoughts? What does this mean?
That's your head when you're in your comfort zone, thinking about what will happen when you're outside your comfort zone. Like your thoughts that come to you.
Yeah, nice. What do you reckon, KK?
I don't know. See.
What do you reckon's happening when these negative thoughts pop up?
You feel shy?
Yes, Pi, you feel shy?
Yeah.
Yes, Pi. And where are you? In the
Comfort
could
zone?
be. Yeah, could be. Where could you be once the negative thoughts start popping up? Where might you be trying to go? When they say, no, don't do it. Stay where you are. What might you be trying to do when those thoughts pop up?
Trying to stay in the comfort zone.
Trying to stay or trying to get out? What do you reckon? If you're trying to do something new, maybe something you haven't done before, the negative thoughts might pop up and say, oh, no, don't do that. You might make a fool of yourself. Oh, it might be a disaster. People might laugh. Yeah. And so remember, when those negative thoughts come up, it's actually a good thing because it shows that you're trying to make your comfort zone bigger or smaller.
Bigger.
Bigger. Yeah. Cool. All right. And so no doubt, Lex, you've had your fair share of negative thoughts coming up, and your comfort zone being threatened.
Absolutely.
So for this kōrero, Lex, man, I'm happy to go for as long as you want, as short as you want. So no, it's your time on a Sunday too. So thanks for coming. Really appreciate it, and pretty lucky for you two to be the only ones on here. Usually we have about 20 on, so Sunday must be a busy night.
Sunday
But yeah,
must not be a good night for these kinds of chats.
yeah.
So I really appreciate all three of you being on this call. What dedication.
I know.
Love
These
it.
two, you're in the top 1%.
Absolutely. This is what it takes. They're going the extra mile, doing the things that other people are not willing to do. So well done.
Has there been times, Lex, when you've turned up to stuff and you were like the only one there, or?
Absolutely. You know, staying after training a little bit longer, doing that extra weight session, or, you know, doing the extra session with a sports psychologist or the nutritionist or any of those things. Not going to the party, not going out with friends for a good time, because my priorities were in a different place. Yeah.
And so you went to the Olympics and the Commonwealth Games, eh?
Yeah, I went to. So do you guys know much about me? So my sport is boxing. So I am a combat athlete. So KK, I totally understand your love for combat and smashing things. It does feel good. So I started boxing when I was 19. So it was pretty late when I started out in my sporting career. I didn't really know that I was going to be a boxer. I just started out because I really loved it. And I just kept going back because I loved it. And I wanted to get a little bit better every day. So for 16 years, my thing was, how can I be a tiny bit better than I was yesterday? And that took me all the way to the London Olympics and 2 Commonwealth Games. I got a bronze medal in 2018 in the Gold Coast.
What was it like at the Olympics, Lex? Like first one?
First one, it was the first time women's boxing was at an Olympic game, so it was pretty epic.
Oh, wow.
Part of the first 32 women ever to box in Olympic Games. It was pretty special.
Did you win it?
I came 5th overall.
Wow, which is a massive effort, eh?
That's over the whole world, eh?
Yeah, 5th in the whole world. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
Not bad for the first Olympics. So, like, what was it like? You'd obviously fought before, but what was that like? I
feel like I'm a big game player, big game fighter. So I love the crowd. I love the cheering and the chanting. I love being in a stadium filled with thousands of people. I used to get more nervous fighting locally down at the pub or down at the local centre, like the local hall. And I think it's because the people that were nearest and dearest to me were there watching. and I wanted them to be proud of me. But when you're in a big arena, you don't know the people and you're just fighting for yourself. But I used to get quite nervous when I was fighting in Auckland because my mum would be there and my friends would be there, and I hadn't quite worked through the messages in my head about that. They are already proud of you. You don't have to win to make them more proud of you. They're already proud of you because they know how hard you work, and they're there supporting you. It doesn't matter if you're winning or losing. It took me a while to learn that. So hopefully you two, when you're out on the sports field and you're doing your thing, just know that your family, your whānau, is already proud of you because they see you getting out there doing awesome things, challenging yourselves, pushing yourselves. Know that they are already proud. You don't need to win or be the best in the team for them to be proud or love you more or whatever it is.
I definitely felt that too. Did you feel that at all, Sachin or KK? Nervous sometimes?
Yeah, when you're like at a local rugby game, your parents are going crazy and they're the only one. You're just like.
Have you ever got? I got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Have you ever knocked anyone out?
I have. There's actually a video on YouTube if you
Google it. They'll be
Google Alexis Pritchard knockout, you'll see it. It was very late in my career that I knocked someone out. It was actually quite awful. KK, I'm sure you're not a violent person either outside of the league field, but I'm not a violent person away from the boxing ring. I did love boxing and I love hitting people in the boxing ring, but I'm not violent away from that space. When I'm away from that space. And it was the most beautiful punch I've ever thrown. It was just like effortless. It just came from nowhere. It landed on her chin and she just like hit the canvas like a sack of potatoes. And in that moment, I was really surprised. So let me just take it back a second, because when I'm on a sports, when I'm in the boxing ring, I actually am a different person. I have a different personality. So Box Alex is my personality inside the boxing ring, and Alexis, the person, is outside the boxing ring. And so what happened was Box Alex was doing her thing. She was being aggressive and assertive, and she's being a little bit cocky and a little bit confident, and she was strutting her stuff, and she smashed this girl. And in that second, my mind switched from Box Alex to Alexis, and I saw what I did, and I just started crying. Actually, I just was like, "Whoa, what's just happened here?" And I went back to my corner, and my coach was like, "Wipe your tears away. It's fine. You're an athlete. This is what you have to do to succeed." Yeah, so it was quite overwhelming. But 2 days later, I was like, yeah, knocked her out.
And that personas, I know Kobe Bryant had a performing persona, eh? Was it Black Mamba, I think his one?
Yeah, yeah.
And
have you guys ever had thought about that, guys? Sachin, KK, like your performance persona? The person that you are, or the character that you are when you go on the field?
Yeah. Like you just change, eh?
Yeah. Have you thought about exactly what you want to be on the field, or what you need to be on the field to succeed?
Not really.
Okay, well, maybe we should dig into a little bit of that.
Was the fight that you did against a USA person?
Yeah.
Oh, Australia? Yeah.
No, USA girl, I knocked her out. A US girl. Yeah. How about you two do the Googling and the watching after? And how about we try to think about the characteristics that we need on the field of play to be absolute legends, in terms of what do we need to be the athlete that just steps up confidently, displays their skills, and has fun. What do you think that you want to do, or how you want to do it?
What comes to mind, Sachin?
Maybe train, like even more.
Yep. Okay.
Or like...
Let me try and do it in a different way. So, a characteristic. What characteristics do you think you need?
Oh, like person.
Yeah, do you need to be like do you need to be confident? Do you need to be thinking about having fun? Do you need to be thinking about being free and having freedom in your movement, as an example, versus like
Being nervous
being
or
nervous, anxious, or worried?
yeah.
Yeah.
What would you rather be, Sachin? What would be a first thing you'd want to be?
Confident, like
Nice.
when it comes towards a tackle.
Sweet.
Yeah. Now
Awesome.
show us what confidence looks like. We're looking at
Right.
you. What does confidence look like? Go on. Yeah, nice. That's it.
I don't
That's
know.
it. No, you're on the right track. You
So
know,
yeah, that was really cool. What we saw was that you in your face changed a little bit. You've got a little bit of a cheeky smile going on there. Your shoulders got pulled back. It was really cool. Like when Boxer Lex was confident, she had a cheeky grin on her face, and like her hands, you know how boxing you're supposed to have your hands up a little bit. My hands would be low. I'd be like all like, look at me, look at me. Yeah, so confident. What else do you want? Do you want to be having fun on the field?
Yep.
nice, KK. What does that look like for you, KK? If we were to look at you now as KK's having fun, what would you be? How would you be standing?
In the tackle position.
Yeah,
Mm.
cool. Smiling.
Yeah, be getting ready and then then tackling.
Nice.
Kapai.
So you guys have got already. You've got ideas about smiling on the field, which makes you feel like you're having fun and such. And you talked about confidence, and for that was your body was tall and strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the field, we want to be tall and strong. We want to have a smile on our face if that helps us feel like we're having a good time. And then both of you, the other thing, maybe it's that as an athlete, you need to do some hard things sometimes, and you need to do some aggressive things sometimes. And you need to like stamp your authority in the space that you're in. Have you ever heard of the word assertive?
No, what does it mean?
It means, so being assertive means that you take what you need when you need it, and you do what you need to do when you need to do it.
Okay.
So
like
tell me.
I forgot.
So like, so with your surf lifesaving, for example, you'll aggressively go after the thing. You will get to the flag first, like assertive. Like you'll push the other person out of the way if you need to. Like being assertive.
No one else is gonna beat you to it.
Yeah.
This is yours.
Like
it's
you give them a little nudge.
Yeah.
Like,
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do what you need to do. You're being assertive. So we've got confident, we have assertive, and we have fun. Now, the way that I used to be Boxer Lex or the character was that I just used to think about my 3 words. And my 3 words were assertive, fun, and courage. So being courageous. Because, man, getting hit in the face is scary. So, yeah. Hey, KK, every now and again, taking a tackle is a little bit scary sometimes, eh? Yeah. So like I had to be courageous. And so I would think about those 3 things. Huge. And so for you two, we've talked about assertive, confident, and fun. So when you're going out on the field, all you need to think about up here is your 3 mental words that you want to be. Because physically you've done all the skills. You've done all the skills. You've practiced your skills over and over and over. On
It's
game
just doing
day,
them.
yeah, it's just doing them. And on game day, it's this that gets it done. It's the mental stuff. So if you can just think about being assertive, being confident, and having fun, your skills will come. I promise you.
And
look, yeah.
And like Lex is saying, the more you say it, can you remember the how many negative thoughts we have a day? Who can remember from lesson number 2?
is it 80% of it?
Oh, well done, KK. So there's
Nice.
like 65 to 85,000 thoughts we have a day, and 80% of those can be negative. And so what Lex is saying is when we say these 3 words, that's 4, when we say these 3 words about ourselves, what image do we get in our head? Such when you say you're confident, assertive, and having fun, what's the picture you get in your head?
You winning.
Oh,
Nice.
Kapai, what about you, KK? When you say your 3 words, what picture do you get in your head? Is it you in the tackle? Is it you beating someone in the tackle? Is it
Yeah, I would be beating someone in the tackle.
Awesome.
cool? And is that on
Yeah.
top of them, or like are you in mid-air when you're like?
Nah, just any big fella.
Any big
Yeah.
fella for you, Sachin? What about you, KK? Is it in the air?
No, it's just when I like tackle and get up on top of them.
Nice.
Okay, so you're kind of looking over them.
Nice.
Yeah, like when I make tackles, I go over them and push them down so they don't get up fast.
So good.
Assertive. Assertive.
Mm.
All right, so keep those words and keep that image. Hey, Lex.
Yeah, and so I used to wake up every morning and think about my 3 words and think about what it made me feel and think about how I would present myself while I was doing my thing, which was boxing. So I'd have a visual image, and then I'd also feel the feelings in my body. So Sachin, when you talked about confidence, you immediately, your body did something. You sit up taller. Yeah. So in the morning, it's like thinking about it, but also feeling it in your body, feeling those words. And over time, it's pretty magical that you start just living into those words when you're on the field, but also maybe living into those words when you're at school doing hard things. I know for me, work-wise, things became easier when I just was like, yeah, this is me. This is absolutely me.
What's some of the learnings, Lex, you've had around the visual effect? Like what's some of the beliefs there around visualizing and visualization for you?
It's interesting. So I didn't necessarily do a whole lot of visualizing, JC, but mine was the feeling. So I would feel what it felt like. Every now and again, I'm not necessarily one of the athletes that pictured winning in my future, but what I pictured was doing my 3 most basic skills 100%.
Sure.
And with my 3 most basic skills, I would then get the outcome I wanted. Yeah.
What were the skills?
So my basic skills were moving my feet.
So fast feet.
Moving feet, throwing my jab, and
Yep.
leading off. So that's actually throwing that first shot, being the first person. The first person on it. Those are my 3 basic skills that I needed to do. And if I did those 3 skills with those 3 words, then I would usually get my outcome that I wanted. And
Or
so
you'll be winning in your mind.
Yeah. And then I would be winning in my mind. Absolutely. Yeah. Because you got to remember that you have to do the basic skills during the game at 100% to get the outcome that you want, to get the win. Yeah. So when you're, for example, when you're doing your surf light saving and going for a flag or baton or whatever it is, you have to get your start right, don't you? You have to get that right, and you have to take your first 2 steps as fast as you can, and then you have to dive or whatever it is as quick as you can. I mean, I might be making some stuff up here, but you understand that it's like 3 little things that have to be done perfectly to get you that win. Yeah. So if you think about the 3 things rather than the win, you're going to probably get the outcome that you want.
It's like I just saw a maths equation there. So it's like doing all the parts before you get the results. So KK, what would be 3 skills, basic skills you would need to do in your sport?
Yeah.
Need to know how to pass the
So passing, tackle. What else?
And probably learning how to run off the ball and step with it as well.
Stepping. Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Sachin, what would your 3 be?
Probably like passing the other direction. What I'm not confident
Kilda.
at.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
And try. So when my team like asked, "Do you want to kick?" Like actually put my hand up instead of like backing away.
I love
Cool.
it.
Love
Nice.
that so good.
And maybe sometimes if I can try take the intercept.
Just
So
go
back yourself?
back yourself.
Yeah. Instead of like, should I or nah.
Yeah, that's so good. So I heard pass your other way, the one you haven't.
Yep.
So that's a skill. That's a skill that you want to do really well. Kick, take the shot.
Yep.
Yep. Step up, take the kick, and back yourself if you feel you should go.
Yep.
Awesome.
So good.
So mix those with your 3 words, Alex. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying mix your 3 words with your 3 skills, and gentlemen, you'll start creating magic for yourselves.
Ooh.
So KK, yours were what was yours again? KK?
What I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, your skills. Oh, and your words, sorry.
Skills.
the skills.
Did I say passing?
You
Yep.
said passing. You said
So
So
stepping.
passing, tackling, and stepping.
Yeah, passing, tackling. What position do you play?
In league I play hooker.
Okay.
When I pass the ball.
Yeah. Cool. So if you just practice and nail those 3 skills, mate, and you're like become so amazing
best
at
at
them,
it.
the best at them, all the rest of the things kind of flows because you get so confident with your basic skills that the hard things start flowing on top of that. And that's what I noticed. When I did my basics right, then I could start throwing the fancy things because I had such confidence in my basics.
your
I was
basic
like,
skills.
oh yeah, I can throw that hook. Oh yeah, I can throw that right hand. That's how Box Alex was created. That's how the persona was created.
And so how many repetitions do you think, Lex? Because we had Tamati Ellison on the other day and he talked about he wasn't the biggest on the field, so he realized he had to do more. He had to get really good at his skills. So he was talking about like any time, any chance, grab a ball, go outside, practice.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
So I mean, I boxed for 16 years, guys. 16 years, at minimum 5 sessions a week for 16 years.
Wow.
90.
That's a lot of hours, minimum 1 hour. I mean, sometimes we did 9 sessions a week. Sometimes we did 12 sessions a week. But if we just sort of average it out at, 5 for now, or 6 even. And a minimum an hour, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of practicing. And even after 16 years, my coach would be like, go and do a jab round. And a jab round is just throwing your left hand. He's like, work on your jab, work on your jab, work on your
Wait,
jab.
do you still do boxing?
Every now and again, I hit the bag, yeah, but I no longer fight. So, gentlemen, it takes a long time to be good at something, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
If you want to be a pianist, if you want to be an athlete, if you want to be a mathematician, if you want to be an artist, they all take a very, very long time. And it takes, like that diagram said, you try things, you try again, you fail. But the cool thing about failing is that we can learn from those failures. That's the most awesome thing about failure, is that we can learn from it. There's so many lessons in it. So we try, we fail, we learn, we succeed. We try, we fail, we learn, we succeed. If you are not failing, you're not trying hard enough, buddy. That is what I say.
That's a great one.
Yeah. If we're not failing, we are not
try not
trying
to
hard enough. It means that we're taking the easy options all the time and we're not going for the kick, Sachin, or we're not going for the hard tackle,
Staying in our zone.
Yeah, we're staying in our comfort zone. So let's if nothing else from tonight, it's like go out there and fail as much as you possibly can, because that means you're learning and growing.
That is mean. So
better.
team, your task in the next 24 hours, because we have a task Lex after each kōrero, 24 hours. Both of you are in the Mana Mind TV Mighty Networks page, eh? All right, so you've got to go on there and go under Lex's lesson, and you've got to type in what are the 3 words, what are your 3 skills, and also you're going to pick one to do in the next 24 hours, and you're going to pick a skill, and you're going to choose how many times you're going to practice that skill, how many repetitions. So if it's passing, you might say 20. You're going to do 20 passes in the next 24 hours. If it's kicking, Sachin, you might do, I don't know, how many might you want to practice?
15.
Nice.
Could be 15. Nice. So if you could put that in the Mana Mind TV on the Mighty Networks page, and then so the others can see what your goals are. All right. Do you want to repeat that task back, Sachin? What are you going to do?
You go on the Mana Mind TV thing, write down your 3 skills and 3 words, and post it to everyone on there. And then,
Mean. And then you're going to pick one skill
to do in the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
and you're going to write the number of times you're gonna do that rep. Sweet.
Nice.
KK, what skill do you think you'll focus in the next 24 hours?
Probably my passing.
Nice. Which way? Your left or your right?
Probably both.
Cool. How many times do you want to practice?
20 times.
Kia ora. Paki paki.
Brilliant.
Arawe. All right. Awesome, team. Hey, Lex, thank you so much for your time. And
Very
that's
welcome.
such a special topic that I'm glad we touched on. And it's really funny how everything from all the other speakers have kind of really slotted together. Yeah, you couldn't have planned it, to be honest. It was
So, yeah, we actually kind of talked about something completely different, gentlemen. We were going to talk about something else, but I'm really happy with where we landed, because this is some stuff that you can really take into all aspects of your life. So if you guys are having trouble at, doing a presentation at school or whatever, you can still think about these 3 words, and you can say you have a presentation on Friday, and on Monday you're like, oh, I'm so nervous about this. You can start thinking about what are your 3 words that you want to live into on Friday, and also what are your 3 skills. So maybe it's the start, remember the middle, and remember the end, and everything in between you can kind of forget about. And then you'll be like, okay, cool. And you practice and you practice and you practice. So that's really helped me in all of my skills in life, like in work as well, is my 3 feeling words and my 3 minimum tasks that I have to get right, has really helped me succeed. So it's kind of awesome that we've done this tonight, JT.
Oh man, honestly, it just, it's so good. And the whole aim of the kaupapa here over the 10 days is to improve and increase and enhance confidence. Yeah. And this tool here is exactly, it's spot on. So good. So team, if you can jump into the Mana Mind TV Mighty Networks, post that kaupapa, and we're going to get you 2 to share tomorrow night to the others. Okay.
Okay. It's also one of my favorite meetings of
over the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, KK.
Yeah. Well, what would you 2 like to say to Lex?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And like I said, you 2, this is top 2 behavior. This is top 1% behavior in terms of you being on a call on a Sunday evening. This shows dedication. This shows that you are prepared to go that extra mile. and it's going to mean that you will succeed in whatever you guys choose to do. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
the willingness to go that extra mile and do the tiny bit extra, which is actually a lot extra.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah. So good, you two. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that knockout of yours.
Okay.
All right, you two. We'll say ka kite. And Lex, if you got 2 minutes, I'd be keen just to.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you to Apopo tomorrow, KK Sachin, eh?
Bye. See ya. Thank you.
Ka kite.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Ka kite.